Gary Rogers, the Dundalk goalkeeper. Barking out the instructions as you would expect. Decked out in green this evening. Dundalk in all black, Arsenal in their usual red and white attire. Here's Pepe on the right hand side again. Pepe crossing to the box is cleared away by Gartland once more, with Nketiah lurking behind him. Breaks for Willock now. Pepe again. Pepe rolls it short to Willock. Now Cedric back to Pepe. Good crossing angle again. Pepe not quite sure whether it's a cross or a shot, but either way, scooped it way over the crossbar. Definitely not what he wanted to happen. He goes behind for a goal kick. Just got it all wrong there with his angles, Nicholas Pepe. We'll keep you up to date with how Rangers are getting on in their game against Lech Poznan earlier on tonight. Mixed night for British sides as Sertry will break off because Rogers is under pressure here. And from the short goal kick, they're trying to play their way out from the back, and eventually Rogers had to concede a throw right by the corner flag under pressure from Pepe. So Arsenal back on the front foot. Kind of reminiscent of Arsenal trying to play out from the back there. As the ball is with Nketiah. Drives in field, works the 1-2. Ball breaks into the box for Willock. Lovely touch. Willock then tries to pull it back for Nketiah. That was good football by Arsenal. And Boyle had to make a sliding challenge to prevent the ball coming back to a red shirt. But nice stuff by 3 Arsenal Academy graduates, working their way into the box. Boyle with the last ditch challenge puts it behind for the corner. First set piece opportunity then for Mikel Arteta's men. Corner is taken from the right hand side. Pepe drills it straight into the side net, and it's an awful corner from Nicholas Pepe. Got that wrong as well twice this evening. Poor efforts from Nicholas Pepe. This time Dundalk don't take any chances and play it long out from the goal kick. Again, Arsenal win possession. There's Nelson on the far side. Mikel Arteta admitting that he tried to send him out on loan in the summer. Nelson's cross into the box is over the head of 2 Arsenal players and goes out of play for a goal kick. I was going to bring you up to date with how the other teams got on in Europe this evening. Other British teams, that is Leicester won 2-1 away at AK Athens in Greece. An upset though for Tottenham as they were beaten 1-0 by Antwerp, whilst Celtic threw away a 2-goal lead against Lille. They drew 2-2. Still 0-0 between Rangers and Lech Poznan. As the ball is played forward towards Hoban, long from the goal kick. Arsenal, though, do a good job of winning it back, actually. 15 minutes played. Arsenal 0, Dundalk 0. No sign that Arsenal are going to make the breakthrough anytime soon. Out giving the instructions is the Dundalk manager, Filippo Giovagnoli. Surprise replacement when he was handed the job earlier on in the year. Organiser of AC Milan's summer camps in a previous existence as a coach, and was working in New York when he got the call from Dundalk. Steered them through to this stage of the Europa League, and as I said before, they were looking okay against Mould in their last match before letting that lead slip at home. There's El Neni. He's out to the far side for Maitland-Niles. Rolled down the line for Kolasinac. Kolasinac in field for Nelson. Good football that by Arsenal. Nelson twisting and turning on the edge of the box, and then driving across the edge of the penalty area. I was just waiting for somebody to run onto that, but they all waited for the other man. 3 Arsenal players caught ball watching there, and actually Dundalk were able to clear their lines. Arsenal probing, but without making much of an impact on this Dundalk side so far. Ball Ball play forward now, up towards Duffy. Under pressure from two Arsenal players, concedes possession. It's a short pass from Pepe again. He's not had a good start to the evening. Here's Hoban. Field it goes, and Shields with it now. Shields plays it out to the far side. Touch from Duffy again. This time picking up space on the right hand side. Seen him play on the left on occasions so far this evening. Celtic player, although never made a senior appearance for the Scottish Giants. Here's Nketiah coming deep to pick the ball up there, and then finds Cedric. Now it's on to Willock, and Pepe has it on the right side. Nice ball in behind. Willock then pulls it across the face of goal. There's nobody there to tap it in. Pulled back towards Nketiah by Maitland-Niles and turned behind for a corner kick in the end. That was a lovely ball in from Willock. Just so inviting, waiting for somebody to just pass it into the back of the net. Nice ball in behind. First time pass from Pepe. Set Willock on his way. And the pull back from Maitland-Niles. Nketiah alive to it, but so was Gartland, and taller man able to get the block in. Corner kick then for Arsenal. To be taken from the left hand side as we look at it. Floated ball headed away. Two poor corners in succession now for Arsenal. And Maitland-Niles with a wayward pass out to the far side, goes out of play for a throw-in. Game's going thick and fast for Arsenal now. They go to Manchester United on Sunday. Didn't they look good last night, beating RB Leipzig by 5-0. And then it's a trip to Norway to face Molde next Thursday. And I believe it's Everton after that, before the next round of international matches, which will soon be upon us. Aston Villa, it was one of the sides above Arsenal in the Premier League table. Yeah, very busy week coming up for Arsenal. Throwing down the line. Bringing it back is Mustafi. Now onto the chest of Maitland-Niles. Back to Mustafi. Here's Cedric. On to Pepe. Pepe just drifts it across to the far side for El Neni. And out to Nelson. Nelson works it down the line for Kolasinac into the penalty area. Kolasinac just runs into trouble in the end. Trying to do a bit too much there. Wins his side another corner kick. Arsenal having plenty of corners in this first period. Fourth corner of the game for them. It will be an in-swing delivery to be taken by Nelson. He's doing a better job of the corner taking duties than he did last time. Nelson stood over the ball. Entirely sure what we're waiting for, as referee just wants a word with somebody. Arsenal thinking about taking it short, but we've got a man there. In fact, they'll go all the way back to Kolasinac in the end. Now here's Pepe. Pepe's cross is beaten away by the first man. Oh, that's a good turn by Nelson. His shot is blocked inside the box. Quick feet by Nelson though, left his man for dead. Then worked down the line for Pepe. Pepe picks it up over by that far corner flag, and then Kolasinac with the crossing. That's cleared away though. Arsenal have got a great deal of height, and Dundalk are back in numbers behind the ball, sitting deep inside the penalty area. That's a foul by Nelson inside the box, and it will be a Dundalk free kick. Hoban holding the ball up there. He was clipped. He tried to move away from his man. Ball played short now for Shields. Looked out to Hoban. The best first touch. Ball back to the feet of McCleary, who goes down the line. Nothing more than a hit and hope in the end, and that bounces through for Runarsson. Chance tonight. Only 60-40 possession-wise in favour of Arsenal. Thought it would have been bigger than that at this stage. Arsenal seeing so much possession. Not doing a great deal with it when they do get it. Dundalk having to clear it away more often than not. Pepe switches play out to the far side onto the chest of Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles finds Nelson dribbling across the box. Nice turn inside the penalty area by Nelson. Kolasinac with the cross. Pepe with the header, and it's over the bar. It's a decent opportunity for Arsenal. Kolasinac's cross perhaps just a little bit too high. And headed over the crossbar by Pepe. It's as close as Arsenal have come, though. He's still yet to have a shot on target. Go back to the game against Leicester. It's quite some time since they've worked an opposition goalkeeper. Now here's Pepe. Finds Elneny. Out to Cedric. Cedric with a deep cross. That's headed away, but it's going to drop for Nelson inside the box nearly. Just the wrong side of Nelson. He couldn't pick it up. Maitland-Niles. Down the line it goes. Kolasinac. Faced up by Shields. Back to Maitland-Niles on the far side. Infield it goes. Good run by Elneny into the penalty area. Elneny looking for room to shoot. Lays it off. There's a low shot just wide of the target in the end. Nelson with the effort. Get the sense that Arsenal is starting to click now. A couple of good chances in quick succession. Nelson's low drive would have beaten Rodgers, who didn't see it till late. Came through a crowd of bodies, but wide of the target. Arsenal 0, Dundalk 0, but the home side starting to click into gear and create more opportunities after a slow start to the game. They've had two chances in quick succession, the first falling for Pepe, who headed over the crossbar from a Kolasinac cross into the box, and then a good run by Elneny into the penalty area, set up a chance for Nelson, who drove his shot wide of the bottom corner, but Dundalk finding it tough to get out of their own half now. Arsenal piling on the pressure, looking for the opening goal, but it remains Arsenal 0, Dundalk 0. Just getting looks at familiar faces of Lacazette and Aubameyang warming up. A particularly strenuous warm-up. I don't think they'll be coming on anytime soon. Ball is out on the far side. Cleared downfield by the goalkeeper, Rodgers again. Picked up by Duffy. Back to Hoban. Out to this left-hand side where they try and work it down the line, but Cedric picks it up. And it goes out to the far flank for Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles plays it to Nketiah. Nketiah dribbles into the box, but it's faced up by Boyle inside the penalty area. Opposing centre half as the cross is eventually played in, but headed clear by Dumigan. And then he picks it up now. Arsenal had 5 attempts on goal according to the stats, but none on target yet. Here's Pepe. Pepe works the 1-2 edge of the box and then perhaps overplays it, trying to work another 1-2 with Nelson, intercepted by Dundalk, and across the halfway line come the Irish side. Here's Duffy. Duffy plays it behind Hoban, but it is picked up. Opportunity maybe to have a shot at goal again from range. Sean Murray is with the ball at his feet. Out to the far side it goes. Deep cross, and Runnison will just let that go over his head and out of play for a goal kick. Too deep in the end from Mountney on that far side of the field as he got forward. Obviously a formation that Arsenal know very well. It's their preferred setup at the minute. Around 3 centre-halves, although it's a little bit fluid, or more fluid I should say, this evening, the way they've lined up. Xhaka is dropping into the back line, but for the most part it looks like a 4-3-3. There's a long ball out from the back by Runnison, headed clear by Gartland. Gartland got up in the air. There's a just been fouled by Nelson. And maybe just eased him off the ball slightly. Dundalk in no hurry to take this free kick. Eventually they do. To the feet of McKelney. McKelney with a little layoff to the far side. Did that go out? It did. Mountney, his touch deserted him and he goes out of play for a throw-in. Dundalk beaten at the weekend by Waterford. As I say, their chances of winning the Irish title are gone. It's back-to-back defeats for them now. Cedric plays it down that right-hand side. Pepe looks to skip away from his man, but just misses out. And of course, hammered by Shamrock Rovers as well. They seem to be champions by 4-0. They were in the midst of their Europa League qualifying campaign at the time. As the ball is into the feet of Nelson. Lovely ball in behind if Nketiah stayed on side, which he hasn't. Nice idea though, just lifted it over the top for the running behind of Nketiah. He couldn't time his run correctly. It will be a free kick with 28 minutes played at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal still to have a shot on goal. Just for a minute it looked like they were going to start stringing together the chances. 2 opportunities in quick succession missed by Pepe and Nelson. Get a sense if one comes the way of Nketiah, he's likely to take it though, given his excellent form in front of goal usually. He was out of play for a throw-in on his near side again. Dundalk taking their time. Dumigan take the throw-in down the line. And then given away is Cedric. Now Mustafi, now Klasnac I should say, on that far left-hand side. Klasnac brings it forward. They just need a bit more pace in the game, Arsenal. It's Cedric. Dundalk have got nearly everybody back behind the ball. Pepe picks it up here. Need to beat his man probably to make room for the cross. Can't go past Dumigan in the end. Who stood him up well. Goes out of play for a throw-in down by the corner flag on this right-hand side, and then the throw back to Cedric, bounces off him and goes out of play for another throw. Certainly not been a fluid Arsenal performance so far. They made heavy weather getting through the group stages last year. Is at the back with Arsenal, played down the line and given away. Arsenal forcing Dundalk back, and eventually they do win possession high up the field, and then it's worked into Nketiah. Nketiah in the box. Nketiah rolls his foot over the ball to try and make room for the shot, but Dundalk had so many bodies back behind the ball, there's just no room to get the shot away. Every man back deep for Dundalk there defensively, and now they look to break out with Murray. Murray goes past Maitland-Niles and then works it out to the far side. Mountney will hit the first time cross, comes to Murray. Oh, he misses the chance to take the strike on first time. He's already scored once in the Europa League this season. Comes to Duffy. If he plays it short, Shields is going to have a crack at goal. That takes a deflection, it will go behind for a corner. You get the sense that Dundalk are looking for these set piece opportunities. Quite happy to try and shoot from range. Mountney's cross nearly fell perfectly for Murray. He completely missed the ball. If you'd have caught that, that would have been interesting. But they do have the corner all the same. Murray will take it. Murray plays it towards the far post, but Runnison actually does well to come to the edge of his 6-yard box to take the catch. It's bowled out for Nelson. Nelson running away down that far side. Actually wins his side to throw in. Good opportunity for Arsenal to try and build something here. There's no real urgency about their play at the minute. much to like from this Arsenal performance in the early parts. They've played well in flashes, but not put anything sustained together really. Pepe with another cross in, but it's easy for Dundalk to clear those. Got so many men back behind the ball, and the odds are in their favour that they're going to get those away. Arsenal 0, Dundalk 0. Independent off-tube studio commentary coverage of this encounter. Here's El Neni, now on to Mustafi. Finds Pepe. Cedric with it now. Cedric will swing in across, headed away before it reaches Nketiah. Maitland-Niles with it on the edge of the box. Tries to work the 1-2 on the edge of the penalty area again, but doesn't quite come off. That's where Arsenal may get some joy, is working the ball quickly on the ground around the edge of the box. Swinging it into the air is easy for Dundalk to defend. Here's Nelson. Eventually just dumps it into the box. It's collected by Pepe on the opposite flank. Pepe gives it back down the line for Cedric. Now here's Willock. Willock drives into the penalty area. It's a good run by Willock. Then he gets a cross in towards our far post. It's headed back across the face of goal by Kolasinac. And then Rodgers, I thought he might catch that, but instead decides to push it over the crossbar. It wasn't a great header from Kolasinac. Straight at the Dundalk goalkeeper, but he was taking no chances there. Particularly comfortable there, Rodgers. Might have been just a little too high for him, that's why he decided not to catch it. But looking at it again, I'm not sure he didn't try to catch it and ended up pushing it over the bar. Anyway, it's an Arsenal corner, taken from the left-hand side. Corners tonight have been woeful from Arsenal so far. Will there be an improvement here? It's flicked on by Nketiah. Then Mustafi heads it on into the box, partially headed clear. Xhaka heads it down for Cedric. Cedric pulls it back across the face of goal, blocked by Willock. Headed away. Arsenal desperately trying to keep Dundalk penned back in their penalty area, but Dundalk eventually get it out. Cedric will put it back into the box now, though, you think. Cedric plays that one in towards Nketiah. Nketiah gets up well, but eventually the whistle goes because Nketiah fouled his man as he went up to reach that hanging cross, and it's cleared away. Or it will be cleared away from this free kick. Couldn't get a sight of goal there, Arsenal. Willock did get a shot away, but it was blocked almost instantaneously by Dundalk. Ball play forward now, and it's near side for Dumigan. Now picked up by Shields as Dundalk trying to cross the halfway line. This would be a fantastic result for Dundalk if they were to take a point here at the Emirates Stadium tonight. The local press don't feel this is anywhere near as good as a Dundalk side that played in the group stages in 2016. But certainly this would be arguably the most famous result if they were to pick up a point away at Arsenal. Here comes Kolasinac on the far side of the field. Worked to Maitland-Niles. He's going to swing that one in deep towards the far post. Pepe gets something on it, but it's really stretching to reach it, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. Not a great ball in from Maitland-Niles. Going out of play for a goal kick for Dundalk. Dundalk look like they're going to take it short again, but eventually Rodgers decides against that, knocks it long downfield. Collected by Arsenal in their own half once more with Mustafi. 9 minutes to go until half time. Arsenal yet to find the breakthrough. Nelson coming in off the far touchline. Arsenal playing Irish opposition for the first time in their history tonight. It's Pepe. Oh, a heavy touch from Willock. He does win it back well. Now Cedric. Cedric with a awful cross into the box. Final ball tonight. It's just not been good from Arsenal far too often. It's Kolasinac. Ketcher has to drop out of the penalty area to pick that one up. Now Willock will go for a low strike. Daisy cutter though, which is easily saved by Rogers. That's probably what Arsenal need to do, is try and get some more shots off, although that wasn't convincing from Willock. Caught that with his instep in the end. Rogers will boot it long downfield. Collected in midfield by Elneny. Now it's on to Maitland-Niles. Plays short to Mustafi. Kolasinac now. And now it's back to Kolasinac, who tries to pull it back across the face of goal, but he's closed down by Bartland, and it will be a corner kick on the far side of the field. Better from Arsenal. Just not injecting enough pace into the game. Fast approaching half time. No sign of a Arsenal breakthrough as yet. And a few more efforts on target now. Big corner of the game for Arsenal. Arsenal trying to crowd the goalkeeper, but the corners have not got anywhere near the goalkeeper tonight. There's another one. It's headed towards goal in the end by Mustafi. Cleared away, comes to Pepe, drills that one in, bounces around inside the penalty area, and in the Ketcher. Oh, it came to him quickly, and he just poked a leg at it. Couldn't hit the target. That was maybe the chance, though. Arsenal have been hoping for. Pepe smashed it back in. Came to Nketiah. And didn't really know a great deal about it. Goes behind for the goal kick. It couldn't have gone anywhere, that shot from Nicolas Pepe. Dundalk played long out from the back, one in the air, and given away by Arsenal. Ball up into the feet of Murray. He's well tackled. Maitland-Niles then collects it. Let's see him get on the ball more. He can make things happen, can Maitland-Niles. On to Nelson, who switched to the right hand side now. Nelson coming forward. This is the ball into the box, into nobody in particular, and then it comes to Elneny, who strikes it, but it looked like it took a deflection off a Dundalk leg. Goes behind for a goal kick. Looked like it hit a black shirt on its way through. Referee not having it though. Rogers again sends it. It's defence at the minute. The defence is coming out on top for now. 5 minutes to go until half time. Can Arsenal find a way through? Nketiah picking that ball up pretty deep. Arsenal want him in the box. A predator in that area. On to with Pepe between him and Maitland-Niles. Well, it came off, and then Pepe tried to play another pass, I think, or the touch was very heavy. Not quite sure. Maybe he was trying to square it across, but he could have taken a touch and got the shot away there. Can't work out for him. Another game in this group, Molde 0, Rapid Vienna 0 in Norway. Arsenal now change tack for the corners, not crowding the goalkeeper, stood around the penalty spot. Nelson lays that one in. Rogers, it bounces around inside the box, it's turned into the back of the net, and it's a scrappy goal, but Arsenal won't care. Eddie Nketiah talked about his predatory instincts inside the penalty area, and he's turned it home. Mistake by Rogers, who came for it, didn't get enough on it. And Dundalk's resistance has been broken. Arsenal take the lead. Arsenal 1, Dundalk 0. Eddie Nketiah has given Arsenal the lead at the Emirates Stadium. Dundalk's resistance finally broken. They've defended very well in this first half, but it's a mistake from the goalkeeper, Rogers, who came to make the punch, didn't get anything on it. Ball hit a defender, dropped for Nketiah, who reacted very quickly indeed just to swivel and hit it into the back of the net. Arsenal had created a few decent opportunities, but that was the clearest sight of goal that they have had. Before then, Nketiah had something of a similar opportunity when Pepe had fizzed a shot in. It's bounced off a couple of legs before it came to him, but on that occasion he couldn't steer it into the back of the net. Second time lucky though for Arsenal and Nketiah. Arsenal lead 1-0. Rodgers is very frustrated with himself, the goalkeeper. Came for that cross, didn't get enough on it, and Arsenal were able to punish the Irish side. Nketiah in his first Europa League goal of the season. Arsenal leading then, and that's all that really matters in these Europa League group stages, is just getting out of the group. Can be a bit of a slog at times for Arsenal, who had been used to playing Champions League football, but it's been quite some time since they've been in the Champions League, so a lot of these players wouldn't have played in that competition. Here come Arsenal now with Nketiah. With the tails up now, whether they get a second before half-time. Pepe edge of the box, tries to curl it. It will come to Willock inside the penalty area, and he rifles it into the roof of the net, and there is the second goal. Just like London buses, Arsenal have scored twice in quick succession. This time it's Joe Willock, and all of a sudden things are unravelling fast for the visitors. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes, and things are looking a lot better for Arsenal now. Arsenal have doubled their lead against Dundalk. Joe Willock with the second goal in quick succession, and Dundalk, having held out for so long and defended so well for Arsenal, have just fallen apart late on in the first half. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes. This time, ball squared across the edge of the box by Nketiah for Pepe. Pepe's shot was blocked, but running in on it was Willock, and he was able to rifle it into the roof of the net after taking a touch to steady himself. And like London buses, Arsenal have waited a long time for 1 goal. Now they've got 2. They lead by 2-0. Mikel Arteta, a very happy man with that second goal. Just taking advantage of the opportunities that have presented themselves. Both not particularly pretty goals. Scrappy, but they all count. Arsenal, well, that changes the half-time dressing room completely. After a far from impressive first half performance, got themselves in front, and 2 goals to the good now, and you'd think that's probably going to be enough to beat this Dundalk side. The impression that maybe 1 goal was a bit of a stretch, but 2 goals will be beyond them, as there's a foul out on the far side. 1 minute of added on time to be played at the end of this first half. And Dundalk needed to keep their composure, keep it at 1-0 until half time. Maybe they could have nicked something from a set piece in the second period, but couldn't do that. Disorganised after conceding once. Clearly heads have gone down slightly. They're trying to hit back just before half time. Chance for one last attack as Mountney puts the cross into the box. Mustafi with a stooping header clears it away. Is there a chance for Arsenal to come down the other end as the ball is picked up by Nelson, but the referee's whistle goes to signal the end of the first half, and for 42 minutes Dundalk stood firm. But 2 goals in quick succession from Nketiah and from Willock mean Arsenal go into the break 2-0 up. Join us for second half commentary in around about 15 minutes. Arsenal 2, Dundalk 0, the half-time score in the final 3 minutes. They